Today, we're going to talk about lighting. You can actually specify the kind of lighting that you want to see in your AI generated images. This can really affect the tone, the aesthetic, and the overall vibe of your images. So let's dive in. When you're entering your text prompt in an image generating AI, just like Midjourney or Leonardo, think about specifying the type of lighting that you're looking for. So it could be something like the time of day, so daytime or nighttime or lunchtime. Could also be something like natural or artificial lighting, specialty lighting, like maybe you want to have some really fun pink neon lighting in the image, or maybe backlighting or silhouettes, or even something very photography specific like Rembrandt lighting. You can specify all of that in your image, and there's a good chance that the AI will actually create images that look like they had that type of lighting. So here's an example of images created at different times of day. So the first image, I was asking for an image of a laptop and a cup of tea sitting on a desk by a big window with natural lighting, daytime, and bright and airy. And you can see what it gave me. So it has that really nice bright and airy vibe. You can see sunlight coming in through the window. So it's really created an image that looks like it was taken at daytime. The image on the right-hand side, big difference with that one is that I was asking for nighttime and also for dark and edgy. So you can see it has a very different vibe. It feels like it was taken at night. Got the candle and kind of a dark, kind of uh, moody, moody vibe to it. And so you can actually ask for these kinds of things in your image prompts, and the AI will create something that it thinks would look like what you're describing. So that's why it's important to actually specify the time of day because it can give you a very different vibe if you don't specify. And I'll give you another example here for the time of day. The image on the left-hand side is asking for a photo of a woman at daytime, soft natural light in an urban background. So you can see it has a very soft lighting look, and it looks like it would have been taken at during the day if it was actually taken by a photographer, which it wasn't. It was created by Midjourney, but it's basically created an image that it thinks looks like something taken at daytime. And I think it did a pretty good job. And on the right-hand side is basically a photo of a man taken at night with an urban background. So you can see it really has that nighttime vibe, artificial lighting, looks kind of dark. So it's, again, a different vibe based on the prompt that we gave it. You can also specify whether you want natural or artificial lighting or not specify at all and see what the AI comes up with. So in the photo on the left-hand side here, that's basically a photo of a woman sitting at a table by an open window, working on a laptop, smiling with natural light. So I gave Midjourney that prompt, and it gave me an image that looks very much like a photo, and it looks very much like it's all natural light hitting her face and lighting up the room. On the right-hand side, I didn't actually specify the lighting. I just asked for a photo of a woman sitting at a table working on a laptop at a co-working space. And the AI just thought, okay, well, if it's at a co-working space, it's likely going to have artificial lighting. So it added in a bunch of lamps, overhead lamps, and there's a little bit of window light coming in too. But you can see it has a very warm look, more like it was lit by, artificial lamp light. So even if you don't specify, you can actually end up getting a very different result than maybe what you had in mind. So that's why it's important if you are looking for a particular look, like that natural light look, you're going to have to specify that when you put in your text prompt into the artificial intelligence system. You can also specify things like backlighting. So I asked for a photo of a woman in this case with her hair backlit by pink light in the background. So backlighting is a photography thing where you position the light behind your subject and then it ends up giving you a cool kind of rim light or glow basically from behind. So you can see in this case, that's exactly what it is simulating in the image is pretending that there is a pink light behind her that has lit up her hair. And on the right-hand side, with that one, her hair is lit up by the sun. So you can see the sun kind of peeking over her shoulder there or behind her, and it's lighting up the hair and giving that kind of lovely rim light or golden glow around her. You can also specify unique lighting, like maybe you want to ask for particular colors of light. So, for example, on the photo on the left-hand side here, I've asked for a photo of a woman with pink and green lighting and an urban background. And so the cool thing is, it's actually got, you can see a greenish tint to her skin, which would actually happen if you were using, green gels on your lights, or if you had actual photography lights and you were lighting her. Um, with green and also with red or pink, you'd actually get something very similar to what you're seeing here. So that's kind of a cool thing about the AI is you can ask for a particular kind of photography lighting and often you will be able to get it. You could also ask for something kind of neat, like a shadow pattern on the face. You might want black and white, high contrast, dark and edgy, just like the image here on the right-hand side. So again, you can ask for some really fun lighting looks. You can also ask for silhouettes, which is where the person is almost completely in shadow and the sky or background is lit up. So in this case, you just see the kind of the shadow outline of the person. They're all black. There's very little detail in the actual person. And then you have that beautiful sky in the background. So both of these I asked for a silhouette at sunset. And also, you can ask for certain types of photography lighting. Now, this is a bit hit or miss. It will recognize some types of photography lighting that you're asking for, and it will not recognize others. So, one of the ones it does recognize is something called Rembrandt lighting. And this is a really nice, pretty kind of lighting where the light is coming in from one side. And so you've got one side of the face is completely lit. So you can see here her face is completely lit up. And then over here, there's a triangle of light under her eye. So that's what makes it a signature Rembrandt look is having that triangle of light under one eye and the other side of the face lit up. So kind of cool that you can actually specify that in your AI image prompt. Now, I mentioned you can run into some challenges with some types of photography lighting commands. There is a type of lighting called butterfly lighting where there's shadows under the nose. It's kind of a glamour kind of look often. And the AI that I was using did not recognize that command. Instead, it decided to add butterflies to her hair or to her clothes. So, so you may run into a few challenges, but if you're looking for something like Rembrandt lighting, it will generally recognize that and add that kind of lighting into the image for you. All right, so let's do an actual example where we're having Midjourney create an image for us. I'm in Discord right now, which is a community platform that is used to communicate with Midjourney AI and basically where we create our images. So I type in / imagine, that just gets the prompt started. Then I create, add in the text prompt that I would like to use. So for this example, let's go with photo of a woman sitting in a restaurant, maybe at lunchtime, natural light, big windows, and I like to add sometimes in a blurred background. And if you added something like taken with a Nikon DSLR, it'll often be more photorealistic. Let's see what happens with that. So we'll let it do that one, and then I'll do one more while it's generating that one. Just gonna copy that prompt there so not to rewrite it. Just imagine. There we go. And instead of doing lunchtime, let's change that to nighttime. And get rid of natural light. We'll just try that and see how that one works. Yeah, so if we click on this, we can get a larger view and we can see we've got the picture of the woman sitting in a restaurant. It really does have a restaurant vibe, and we've got those lovely big windows in all of the images. So again, really the primary lighting here appears to be mostly window light. We do have some artificial lighting in the background, which would be realistic with a cafe, but you're still getting quite a bit of natural light. And this one here looks almost entirely natural light. So yeah, kind of cool. Let's see how the other one did. Okay, you can see this one has a very different vibe. We're asking for a restaurant, but we're asking for it at nighttime. And again, you can see that it really has given us that nighttime look. It looks like it's dark outside, lots of awesome lights reflecting in the windows or through the windows. So yeah, and even the color of light on her face here is kind of, and up here too, is kind of that warmer kind of color that might come from artificial lighting. So yeah, that's just an example of some different types of lighting for Midjourney AI. So, if you're interested, I do have a really great free resource 3 tips on creating on brand stock images using artificial intelligence. This is for those of you that are frustrated or overwhelmed searching for the right image for your marketing content. So, you can easily save some time and create some of your own images using artificial intelligence. And also, if you liked this little video and you'd like to learn a lot more about getting awesome images using artificial intelligence, you can register for my upcoming AI imagery workshops, where I really dive into teaching you how to use one of the best AI image generating softwares around, which is Midjourney AI. And so we go into how to set it up, how to actually create your images, and also what kind of images you want to create. We go into the visual storytelling. We talk about backgrounds and props and clothing and all sorts of things that you can use to tell the story of your business. So, yeah, if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. Both the free guide and the workshop info will be in the description below this video.